Hi, welcome back to my channel and welcome if you're new here. If you're new, consider staying and subscribing. But in today's video, I thought I will show you how I organize myself for the new year. So at the time I'm filming, it's December 30th, and the time I'm posting, I think it's already going to be the new year. But I just like to prepare myself obviously in advance before the new year, just so I know what to expect. So I'm someone that thrives when things are organized and when I'm productive. And because of that, I like to plan a lot of aspects of my life just so I know how to stay on top of the things and how to keep on track. And so for 2022, instead of just making New Year's resolution, I thought I would make an action plan. So basically know how to achieve the New Year's resolution and also have someone to track these resolutions just so that I'm on top of my things, as I mentioned, and so that I can actually achieve them. So, in order to do all of that, I decided to use an app called Notion. I had heard about it before, but I never used it until this week. But I knew that it was something that was really good to organize yourself digitally. So, because of that, I decided to give it a try. So, I'm not good enough to actually create my own setup, but I watched a bunch of tutorials and basically I got inspired by multiple templates from different people to make my own setup. I'll post the templates I used in the description box if you're interested in using them, but I modified a lot of them just to fit my own need. So this is basically going to be a Notion tour, to be honest, because I created my Notion just so I can keep up with like 2022 and organize myself for that year. But if you're interested in seeing that, just keep watching, sit comfortably, and let's go. So this is my dashboard. It's inspired by Michelle Kenemitsu. I like to keep the credits in the every pages. Well, not every pages, but like in the template, just so that I know like who to thank for, and also so I can go back and re-download the template if I need to or if I lose anything. So yeah, you'll notice that my chain is very pastel, very brown, pink, and that's something that I keep throughout every pages. So in my dashboard, you basically see everything that's related to my life. So I have three principal categories. So first, planning; second, life, which is still planning to be honest; and finally, personal. So the first thing we're gonna look at is the agenda. So this is my agenda. So the way she set it up is that you have weekly schedules. So you can create a new week by clicking this button. And here it's showing you that it's currently December 30th, but next week when I actually start using this agenda, then you're gonna see that it's gonna be the proper week. So you can basically write every day what you have to do, and you can keep adding things as needed. And one thing that I added, which is inspired by someone else's, this is modified by Candy Ocean. It's like a user on Reddit. She posted her template, which had those things, which is like things to do this week, this month, and important dates. Sorry, my computer is bugging a bit because I'm screen recording. So yeah, so that user had this in their templates, that things to do this week, this month, important dates. I decided to add this picture because I thought it fitted with this theme. And yeah, so you'll notice that some of the things are redundant, but I like this because sometimes you don't really have a deadline for the things you have to do in your week. So it's great to have some place to put it. And sometimes things happen during the month that like you have to do it during the month, but you don't have a specific date for it either. So it's great to have a space to put it in your agenda. So this is a typical schedule for me. So on Monday, I would work from 8:30 to 5 and then work out from 6 to 7 p.m., hopefully. And no, not hopefully, I will do it. Then on Tuesday, I'm at the hospital. On Wednesday, I'm at the hospital too, and then I'll work at 6 to 7. Thursday is my research day, so it's the only day I'm technically at home and I have no actual obligations, but I'm giving myself an obligation this upcoming year to work on my research as a 9 to 5 job on Thursdays so that I can advance and progress faster. And then I'll work out from 6 to 7 too. On Friday, I also have work. And on Saturday and Sunday, it's like free study. So basically, I can do anything that I have to do for research if need to be. And I'll work out one of these days from 6 to 7. You'll notice that there's 4 workouts throughout the week. My goal is to work out 3 to 4 times a week. I would rather put 4 times in my schedule so that I work out more than put 3 times and try to find another day to work out. So then there's a quote: "The universe has moved for us without missing a single thing, or happiness was meant to be because you love me and I love you. This is translated lyrics from Jimin's song Serendipity. It's a BTS member. And I thought this song was really pretty and I liked the theme of it. You can see here that I have assignments list. Honestly, the title is not really good because I'm in school, but I don't have assignments. I have things to do. So I might change the name, but for now I'll keep it as it was on the template. And I'm putting everything I have to do. So there's different fields. So you can see here it can be related to the hospital, to working out, to research, and to personal. And here on like January 6th, I have an interview for my practicum next year. And yeah, so there's nothing much here right now because the year hasn't started yet, but I'm expecting that as the year goes, there will be many more things. So that's basically it for this page. So let's go back to the dashboard. So the second page in my planning is content planner. So this is everything that's related to YouTube and what I want to do as video concept. So this is my banner from YouTube. This is a link to my YouTube channel. So first we have the ideas I have from my videos. So New Year's goals. So this is the video I'm filming right now. I want to make a holiday vlog, which actually, I already started filming. And by the time you're seeing this video, you'll already have seen the holiday vlog. So you can go see it here. And I kind of want to try the egg diet, but I'm not sure yet because it's restriction. And I don't know if it's good to restrict yourself. But we'll see. It might be one of the things you'll see in my upcoming diet vlogs. So right now I eat between 1,200 to 1,500 calories every day. But I kind of want to try a week when I eat in the lower end of my calorie intake just to see if I lose more weight. I know I'm going to lose more weight, but to see if I can do it. So that's another diet idea I have. I can't think like of filming weekly outfits, so basically what I wear in a week. But the thing is, I stay at home a long time, so I don't really have to dress up from like on Monday. Actually, except for Tuesday and Wednesdays, I don't have to dress up because I'm just at home and I'm not being filmed or anything. So I don't know how much that would be a good idea, but I think eventually it might be nice to film a week of outfits. Then I want to do quarterly updates, and I'll elaborate on that when we get to my New Year's resolutions. But basically every quarter, see if I've been achieving my New Year's resolutions and if I'm achieving my goals. So I read a lot of books. Well, I don't read a lot. This year I read 35 books. I don't know if this is a lot or not. It's not a lot because I watch a lot of booktubers and they read much more than that. But it's a lot if I compare myself to my non-reader friends. So I don't know. But I was thinking maybe I could publish book reviews every month of all the books I read in that month. But at the same time, I'm really bad at reviewing books. I can only tell you if I like them or not. So I'm not sure yet about this idea, which is why I put a question mark next to it. And then the final idea I have is to make a 2022 vision board, like for my computer wallpaper. I'm actually gonna film that today too. So it's gonna be the next video without counting the diet vlog that you'll see from me. So if you're interested in seeing how I made my vision board and what it looks like, well, subscribe so you can see it next week. So after filming the vision board video, I realized that it was so boring. It was mostly me looking for pictures, saving them, moving them around. It was honestly not interesting. I don't know why I thought this would be an entertaining thing to watch, but it wasn't. And also my screen did not even record, so the universe did not want this video out there. So if I end up publishing another video, I'll think of something else instead. But I'll still show you what my vision board ended up looking like. Then there's a calendar so I can see the overview of my ideas. So every Sunday I post a diet vlog. I don't know if you know that. Like if you're not subscribed to my channel, you will know it. But I post every week a diet vlog because I'm on a weight loss journey. But the vlogs are like 1 week delayed, so it's not about the week that just happened. It's about the week that happened prior to that. So just because it gives me more time to edit. So yeah. So I think I already edited this vlog and I'm editing this vlog. Then I have the holiday vlog coming on Tuesday the 4th and my New Year's resolution, well, this video on January 6th. And then I have my vision board video coming on January 12th. So this is my present schedule for January. I'm trying to see what I will do for the next week. I'm trying to post 2 videos a week, like one that is diet related and one that is unrelated to diet. And I'm not sure yet what kind of video I'll be posting for the end of January, but I'm thinking about it. Finally, you have the project tracker, but in terms of a list. So it basically gives me what the video is, the tags. So there's multiple tags. So it can be productivity, bullet journal, fashion, beauty, lifestyle, vlog, food. I didn't create these tags. It came from the original template. So for example, beauty wouldn't really relate to me because I don't film beauty videos, but that's something you can do. And it tells me the date I want to put it live. And when I post it, I can put the URL. So that's going to be a good way for me to track the videos I posted this year. And what I really like about this template in terms of project tracker is that if you click on the video idea, sorry, it's kind of bugging. Yeah, there's already a template for the videos. So basically, like title ideas. So this is gonna be one of the titles for this video, or it might be something else. Thumbnail idea. I think I want to make a screenshot of Notion, of my Notion dashboard plus my face in front. So these are inspirations. And if I had any research and notes, I could post them here. And if I had a script, b-roll, editing checklist, and publishing checklist. So that's pretty nice. Now let's go back to my dashboard. So the final thing in planning is my habit tracker. This one is pretty self-explanatory. I'm tracking a bunch of habits. So I'm tracking for the month of January. So if you hear some construction noise in the background, I think they started to construct something and it's super annoying, but whatever. So this was so long because I actually had to write every day. And I don't know how to make it like automatic. So if you know anything about it, please let me know. Because right now, like if I look at my template, I have to write every day like this. If we refer to it, it's gonna be so long. Well, so long. It takes like 5 minutes, but it would be greater if it took like 10 seconds. So the habits I want to track is first eat along my diet, so between 1200 to 1500 calories. Then I want to not eat takeout. I want to work out, practice my splits, read, work on my research, and reflect on the day. So those are the things that I would check as the day goes. So for example, January 1st, and if you go down, you can calculate how many check. So, and it's gonna tell me how many days I was on track. So I'm gonna uncheck because January 1st didn't happen yet for me, but that's how this template works. So I really like this because it's really easy to keep track of my many habits. And yeah, like I can easily know how many, like I can reflect at the end of the month how many times I was on track and see if there are some days I'm less on track and trends and stuff like that. So now let's move on to personal. So the first thing I have is my journal. So I want to journal a bit more this year to talk about my feelings and things like that. So this page again comes from the template of this dashboard. And this is what an entry will look like. So the date is, my main feeling is, what happened is. So if you click on it, you can write more about it. So blah, blah, blah. And yeah, you can modify the date and everything. So this is just an example, so I know how to write it in the future. But yeah, so I want to reflect daily. It's a bit much, honestly, because I don't think I'm able to reflect daily because a journal is pretty hard to keep, but I'll try at least. Now, the second thing on personal is recipes. So there's always things I want to try. So I have some recipes right now. And those will be all the recipes that I've seen online that I want to try eventually. And like for example, there's this. So I actually choose my own icon. Then I choose which type of food it is. If it's dinner, lunch, breakfast, snack. Because I'm on a weight loss journey, I only eat twice a day and I don't eat breakfast. So technically speaking, I put it as breakfast, but it could be lunch and supper. And I also don't believe in the idea of like specific food for a specific time of the day. So I just classify it right now for fun, but I can eat my food anytime I want. And this is the template coming from the template of the Notion. Is you can put the ingredients and the instructions here. And I think it makes it really easy to see like how to make the food. So I have a bunch of other recipes too. So I have French toast omelette and basically yeah. So back to my dashboard. The final thing I have in my personal place, I forgot the word for it. tab, my personal tab, is my monthly reflection. So I like this idea of reflecting at the end of every month to see how things went and how things could improve. So this also comes from the template of the original, like, of Michelle, like that was a template. And it's basically one way to describe this month, memorable moments I learned I want to improve on. And then you can archive every month so that at the end of the year you can just go back and look at every month. Now, actually, I think I'm going to do reading tracker before I do my 2022 yearly planning and sample goal setting, because this is like the biggest bulk of my organization. So reading tracker is pretty self-explanatory. It's tracking my reading. So basically this year I want to read 50 books. So I want to track them and when I read them and like the my reading and everything like that. I use Goodreads, which is actually pretty good to track my book. But I was like, why not just track it somewhere else too, so I can look at my year in review. So the first thing you see here is my TBR, so my to be read list, and it's the books I want to read at some point in January. And then there's the books I'm currently reading. So I'm reading How to Pronounce Knife. It's actually really good. It's a bunch of short stories about Laos people. I think that it's supposed to be set in Canada, but I'm not 100% sure. But it's really good. I recommend it. And it's pretty short, so it's a good recommendation. Then I didn't technically start my Malibu Rising, but I'm starting it today. So I count it as currently reading. And I will move the things I finished reading in my last read. So what I like is that I can also see the books as like the cover, but I have to post a link to the cover. So if you click on, for example, How to Pronounce Knife, you can write the author's name, when you start reading it, when you end reading, when you finish reading it, and the cover, like a link to it, and the status. So status can be reading, to be read, and read. Yeah. So now let's get to goal setting. So basically this was to organize my life, but more like organize my life like on a day-to-day basis. But this is what I plan to do in 2022. So this page comes from Jules Acre, and this is her. It was for 2021, but I think you can just adapt it for any year that you're using it. So basically, you first had a word for 2022, and my word is strive. My goal, well, it was either strive or discipline, but I found that the definition for discipline was really ugly, so I chose strive instead. And I think both words kind of reflect the same idea, which is I want to make an effort toward a goal, and I want to make consistent effort toward that goal. So it's good to have New Year's resolution, but if you're not making efforts toward it, then there's no point having them. So that's why I decided to make this. So then you can divide your goals in quarters. I'll go back to it afterwards, but I'll finish showing you this page. So first, I'm going to show you actually on the right. This is my a vision board I made. So it's basically things that I want to see in my life happening. So like I want to relax. I want to be like artsy. I don't know, carefree artsy. That's if I'm getting from that. Also fashionable. I want to read books. And this, I like this quote. Like, this is yet I believe the moon understands what it means to be human, uncertain, alone, created by imperfections. So I think it kind of speaks to the human experience. Like, we're not perfect, but I also think it's okay. Like, I don't, it's kind of like a reminder for myself to not expect perfection from me. And I also have the quote, and I simply decided to be happy again. Because I have like difficulties sometimes with just ruminating in the past. And I'm trying this year to be like every day is a fresh day. So stop thinking about the past unless you can learn from it and try to be happy again. So those are my New Year's resolution. So you'll notice that some have quarters afterwards. So that means when I want to reach them. So the first is being a normal BMI. If you're not new to my channel, you know that I'm on a diet and a weight loss journey. And if you're new to my channel, yeah, I'm on a weight loss journey. I think I mentioned it before, but whatever. So my goal this year is to be in the normal BMI. I think I can lose enough weight to be in the normal BMI by the end of the year. But if I'm not there yet, like, it's fine. I just want to keep trying. Because this is the only goal that is kind of out of my control, in the sense that it's not an action I can make. Because when I make New Year's resolution, I try to make it in terms of things that are within my control. So it's not going to be like lose 50 pounds, because I cannot control that. This is something that happens or doesn't happen. But if I say like eat well, then that's within my control because I choose to eat well. So like instead of being like having 1,000 subscribers, that's not a goal of mine, but let's see what's that. That's kind of an unrealistic, well not unrealistic, but it's not something that's within your control. So there's no point having that as a goal. So it could be something instead of like post 2 videos a week, which will be like something that will help you grow subscribers, but that's within your control. So all my New Year's resolution, apart from this one, are things that I can do. But yeah, so my first goal is to be a normal BMI. The other one is to eat well. The one is to exercise regularly. The other one, which kind of feeds into the other one, is to walk 5K steps every day. This I think is going to be hard for me, but I still want it as a goal just to try. I want to be able to do this place by, I think September. Yeah, by September. I think I can do it before that even, but I'm trying to be kind to myself and to allow myself a lot of time to reach my goals. So by the end of September, at least, I want to be able to do this place. As I mentioned before, I want to read 50 books. That's like one book a week, so I think it's doable. At this point, I've been reading this year. I want to finish my analysis for my master's thesis by March. Like, technically, I want to finish it by January, but I give myself time just in case. I want to finish analysis for my doctoral dissertation by September, which I think is doable if everything turns out right. But if you're in a doctoral degree or if you do any analysis, you know that things don't just always turn out right. So I'm hoping, praying, begging, manifesting easy analysis for my doctoral research. And the other two goals are related to money. First, I want to follow a monthly budget. I already created that budget for like December, and honestly, I was not able to follow it. But it was also like a month of Christmas where I spent a lot of money on gifts and also on Christmas celebrations. But still, like it was a flop. So I'm trying to next year to be more on top of that and follow my monthly budget because of my next resolution, which is save 5K. Technically, I want to save 6K, but I'm giving myself 5K just in case I flop. So that's doable, and I hope, no, I will achieve it. So here, there's another page, how to reach goals. So as I mentioned, I want to make actionable goals. So there's no point to say, like this is my goal and not knowing how to do it. So I put this quote, which I really love. It's every day is a fresh start. And that's just to keep in mind that, okay, even if I failed yesterday, I can succeed today. So not to ruminate on the past. And I put this plan as an icon because it's cute. So for my goals to be a normal BMI, the way I'm gonna achieve it is to diet and exercise, but it's mostly diet because 80% of the work comes from the kitchen. So I'll keep doing that. Eat well, it means not order takeout unless it's for a social event or to celebrate something, and to eat between my 1,200 and 1,500 calories every day. So when I say exercise regularly, like everything is closed in my province because of COVID restrictions. So what I want to do is dedicate specific days and times for it. So for now, I want to work out on Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday or Sunday at 6 p.m. So that's my goal. So now I know a specific time and day to work out. So I think it's going to be more actionable like that. So I want to walk 5K steps every day. So I think some of my workouts will take care of the bulk of the steps. So if you hear my cat, but otherwise, I think at 7 p.m. I will assess how many steps I've made, and if I haven't done a lot of them, I will do a 45-minute walk outside. But because it's winter and it's really dark right now, I might do a 45-minute indoor walking workout just to get my steps. So my next goal, as I mentioned, was to be able to do this split. So this, once again, is the way to achieve it is to dedicate a specific time to practice my splits. So I think I'm going to do that every day after I wake up because it's a nice stretch in the morning, and because I cannot have like an hour in the morning to just get ready for the day and go to work or whatever. And because I shower at night, I will start showering at night now. I don't have to do really anything. So I think taking 15 minutes to do a split stretching will be great. And I'll follow my fit split routine. I hope it's successful. It looks like a nice stretch, so I'll follow it. So my next goal was to read 50 books this year. So the way I'm gonna do it is to read a book a week, approximately. And that's doable for me because I read a lot, but I also told myself to read 1 hour every day, either like when I'm commuting or at night before sleeping, just so that like I actually achieve this goal of reading one book a week. And also reading a book for me is self-care. So it's kind of like engaging in self-care every day, which is good. So to finish analysis for both my master's thesis and my doctoral dissertation is just to dedicate 10 hours a week on my research at least. And actually I should be like dedicating a lot more of research, but because I'm working now, I have less time. But I will mostly take Thursdays like a 9 to 5, well, with an hour first lunch, and work on my research, and then find 3 hours elsewhere in the week, maybe in the weekend, to work on my research. So to follow a monthly budget, once again, I have to stop being impulsive buyer. So done by checkout, clothes, and just only spend for what I've planned. And in my monthly budget, I have an allowance for like leisurely spending and miscellaneous spending. So I should try to be on track with that. And yeah, so I want to save 5K by the end of this year, minimum. So basically be mindful of spending and less impulsive, and also save half of my paycheck every 2 weeks. Technically, I would want to save my entire paycheck, but I'm not sure yet because I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to follow my monthly budget without spending some of my paycheck, but we'll see. Now, coming back to the page of yearly planning. So as I mentioned, there are quarterly goals. So I'm not going to show you all my quarters because first I didn't like update all my quarters because I didn't even start the year yet. So I'm not sure of my goals for the quarters. But let's say the first quarter. So my top 3 priorities here are finishing the administration master's degree, no, my master's study, save $1,250, which will be like, if I do that every quarter, I'll save around 5K, I think. Then in the year, maybe 6K, I don't know. Yeah, I think 5K. And realistically, in order to meet my goal of losing weight, it's to eat well for 60 out of the 90 days in this quarter. So there's also like separated in monthly goals. So if I go in January, then I can do my top 3 priorities too, which will be finishing my master's analysis, eat well 20 out of the 31 days. So I'm still allowing myself some days to like fail, because I think I'm not perfect anyways. So I have to allow myself failure and to just get back up afterwards. So I'm allowing myself to fail at least 11 days in January. I'm hoping it's gonna be less, but like I'm giving myself 11 days. And I also want to save $450 that month. And if I do that every month for the quarter, then I'll be able to save my $1,250. And then at the end, you can review the month. So it's not similar to my monthly reflection from the other template, but this is like what I learned, what I learned, what I liked, what I launched for. And yeah, so there's goals for February and March. And at the end of the quarter, I can also once again reflect on what I learned, liked, and launched for. And that's what, like in the idea of the video, it says quarterly reviews. It's basically every 3 months, come back to YouTube and see how I'm meeting my New Year's resolution, if I have to modify anything, and how I'm meeting my monthly goals. And I think that's be a good video idea for me to keep me accountable. So I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be doing that every 3 months. So that's basically it when it comes to planning for my year. And at the end of the year, I'll do like a yearly reflection too. So what I learned, launched for, and I think longed for, and I think I can look back at my quarterly and monthly reviews to know how to fill this up. And I'll do a video at the end of the year to reflect on how 2022 went. And yeah. So that's basically it. That's my notion. And that's my plan. Those are my plans for 2022. And that's how I'm going to organize my life in the upcoming year. And I hope that I'm going to be successful. I think I've taken steps to make sure that I will be successful. And this is a bit overwhelming right now because a lot of it is like a lot of planning and writing, reflecting. But I've been doing a lot of these things already. For example, habit tracker. I've been tracking my habits for the past month, actually a bit more than a month. And I've been using an agenda for way longer than that. And yeah, so I think mostly this is gonna be like helpful to keep track of my things. And I don't think I'm adding anything, like I don't think I'm adding too much to my plate right now. And if I am, I'll review in the next quarter and then reassess the situation and make new goals that are more realistic. So yes, so thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed me going through how I'll be organizing my year and how I'll be just keeping track of what I'm doing, how I'm feeling, and everything. So let me know how you will organize your 2022. If you want to organize your 2022, or if you're more like a take every day as it comes, like let me know. And yeah, so I'm also gonna be filming how I make my vision board for this year today, but I'll be posting the video next week. So if you're interested in seeing that, please subscribe. Or if you're interested just in seeing a lot of like reflection and introspection, along with diet videos, along with random fashion videos and vlogs about my kind of boring life, but still, then please subscribe and you'll see more of that. So thank you for watching this. Ciao.